and brothel.
I love that I clicked live right when you said heavy petting bar.
Oh, damn, I was hoping you would have gotten today's sponsor.
I'm telling you, you always got to do a countdown.
Nah.
That's
I gotta keep you guys on your toes.
we gotta test the audio, make sure you're coming through.
Yeah, test this. Well, it's telling me everybody's
Yes.
coming through, so.
Yep. It sounds good.
Now I got to. Oh yeah, my phone says we're on now, so good.
Yay.
So who wants to give a recap? Anybody?
Who does indeed?
My vote's Zay.
It's just
Hey,
de
Scott.
facto now.
Don't eat that.
Well, Aegis wants to give it a shot.
Come on, Aegis.
Hey,
Let's
you got
give you a try.
Wait, I don't.
No, you don't want to? Okay.
I'm not ready.
Okay. With the noble wedding hype behind them, the city of Velport begins to return to its regular hustle and bustle, but not before Victor meets with his underworld contact Warren and obtains a couple not so quite dead bodies. An oblivious Aegis helps move the bodies, which are inside coffins, while Victor's metallic arm is being fitted with new upgrades. Zay changes the appearance of the two Varzan sisters, Peony and Marlia, in order to have a normal shopping day without the pressures that come with being a noble. As a token of thank you, the girls purchase Zay a set of purple crystalline daggers. After Victor's metallic arm is fitted, he heads straight to work on his newly acquired possessions. He swiftly slices the throat of a bugbear while keeping a half-orc man alive for his mysterious, nefarious, and possibly deadly plans. While out on the town, Aegis bumps into Zay and the two disguised Varzan sisters, heading to the Temple of Zadia. A nervous Zay refuses to go in, to which Aegis offers to take the sisters in and discovers the pair have magical abilities that makes him suspicious of who they really worship. Later in the evening, Zay finds herself having dinner with the Varzans and earning the praise of Lord Varzan himself with the successful disguises on his daughters. She's then whisked away by the sisters and treated to a shared bath full of luxury and comfort. Upon returning home in some newly acquired noble attire, Zay and Aegis come to an agreement that has Zay accompanying Aegis on a hunting trip in exchange for Aegis joining her for one of her meetings. No questions asked. And away we go.
Yep, that pretty much sums it up real good. So, you get a little bit of rest, but just only some, as it is still quite dark out. But there is quite a loud thud 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 on the door. Say, I know you in particular tend to sleep on the roof or like out in the open. Do
Yep.
you wait for Aegis who's inside to answer? Do you peek over the edge? Does it even wake you up?
He knocked on the door. He knocked on the door. I'm not inside, so I'm not paying attention to that.
I mean, what time would it be?
It is.
I guess he's probably used to waking up early on a normal day where he doesn't
No,
work at night
this
anyway.
is even early for Aegis. Like, this is like 1, 2 a.m. early. Not like. your 4, 5, 6 a.m. getting up, getting ready sort of thing for work or whatnot. This is like, holy crap, what's going on early?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just grumble on over.
As you grumble, as you get closer, there is yet another heavy, like, thunk, thunk, thunk on the door.
He's not a patient man, is he? I'm just gonna slowly open the door. with
You
my
open the door. There is a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Dubok with a big old grin on his face now that you've opened the door. There are packed, like backpacks, ready to go. Some weapons leaning against the house, and he goes, "Get up, we hunt."
I think last session I mentioned packing all my weapons and stuff as well.
Oh, he's brought more just in case.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot. I don't have 10 minutes. I'm just gonna yell up for Zay. Zay, fuck. I'm not in the fucking voice yet. Shoot. Anyway, yep,
As
Zay.
she just pops her head over the roof. Hey, sleepyhead.
Takes a couple steps back and looks up and goes, "Oh, you sleep under stars. Must be beautiful."
She slides her way down.
He his brow furrows for a moment, and he goes, "She's hunting too?" She can.
Maybe. I needed some extra weight. And she's just light enough for the job.
Yeah, gives a shrug, picks up his stuff, looks at all the weapons that he brought and goes, "Did you..." Looks to say and goes, "Do you wish to pick? I brought more just in case Aegis wanted something different. All good for hunting."
Oh, did you bring the shield I asked for?
He points to a different spot. It's also leaning against the house.
What else did he bring? By the way.
They're mostly a bunch of different types of tipped hunting spears. There are also there is also a shovel leaning against the home, and a bunch of sharpened sticks, as well as some netting. Attached to his backpack, there are bear traps. Like, he's got the whole shebang.
Oh. I guess I'll grab the netting as well and put it in my bag at least.
He Lucius, did your other friends want to come as well?
I never asked.
Does Victor like being woken up at the ass crack of holy shit?
We'll find out.
Aegis would try to do it anyway. I already mentioned Aegis is probably going to have a history of waking up people at ridiculous hours.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Do we even have a? Oh, we don't have. Yarn. They're slipping me, but we don't.
Sim.
Sim, yeah.
Sim is off doing a job. Is what we'll say. Sim's reasoning to not being around these past couple days.
I'm gonna turn to.
I just realized I've been muted this whole time.
Oh no, have you been talking?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry for your lots.
I'm gonna turn to Book and say, 1 second. He is hard to wake up sometimes. And then I'm just gonna immediately go to Victor's door and you know how when you side fist knock on a door, it
Yeah.
slams it even harder, and sometimes you can even make the whole building shake.
Yeah.
He just goes straight to hard beating on the door.
Alright, Victor.
Opens the door. Aegis? I hope there is a good reason that you are awaking at this hour. Is somebody dying?
Is time for hunting. You come.
Hunting what?
Hunting.
You
come.
hear Dubok from a little farther away. Boar, this is the season.
Boar.
Much nice piggies.
He is a bit of a filthy animal, but has its uses. Pig fat's good for candles. And fire starter too.
I didn't hear you cut out for that last part.
It matters not. I suppose I will come along. Boar can be very dangerous. I'm going to close the door, or put a closed for the day sign on the front, and I'm going to look in the weapons pile.
You see a lot of a variety of different tipped spears. He brought them. They're quite the best for boar hunting, and since it is the season, he bought things. Not bought, but brought things that were appropriate for what would be hunted at the time. There are also you can tell those strapped over his backpack that he's still wearing. There are a couple bows. And he does kind of gesture towards them and gestures towards the house, and he goes, "Pick what you like. I can use all. Doesn't matter."
I need to find my.
Aegis turns to the book and says, "Maybe we find other descendant of Peak and hunt them too." And he's kind of hoping he's gonna ask.
Ask what, like, what he means by other descendant of pig?
Yes.
He was about to ask that, yeah. Like, he's kind of, you see his brow furrow, and he goes, "You don't hunt the babies. You let them grow big."
I mean, filthy orc.
He kind of it scowls at you and goes, "No, orc good hunters. You can learn from orc. Good, lots of good tips."
Orc only knows savagery.
And orcs can know lots, but we hunt. You already.
I will take a spear. Because I can use it as monk. Because what is a spear but a quarter staff with a blade on the end?
Right.
I should probably go wake up Rupert. Rupert could be helpful.
He just goes, "The squawking bird. Friend, just be loud. We want to be quiet."
That way he scout from
If he can change.
They can do.
Hey, Victor. Victor.
What was that?
I slipped a note under your door, but seeing as you're awake now, how would you like to get some more supplies from people with some deeper pockets?
I'm listening. It depends on the supplies and the people.
Well, I came into some information, and I have a meeting set up with Lord Varzand to become part of the Thieves Guild, if you're interested.
The Thieves Guild. This is an interesting proposition.
We have a meeting around dinner time, so probably when we're done hunting, we can head on over.
Yes.
So as
And
you all you talk, you do notice Duboc kind of looks at you both, realizes it's kind of like, before you really start talking, realizes it's a more private conversation, and begins walking off, not too fast to where you can't like catch up or would be able to follow when you were done, sort of thing, but like just out of earshot, sort of thing.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, exactly. Like he could tell this was gonna be I should be able to deny things. Like you know, I heard nothing. Sort of.
Considering we're going out into the wilderness alone.
Being smart, in other words.
Oh no. But yeah, Aegis is definitely gonna wake up.
Grab the verb.
Yeah. Can you ritual cast while walking?
Yeah, you can ritual cast while walking. It's not like difficult terrain or anything like that.
Okay. Then while he's walking, he's gonna ritual cast speak with animals.
You, as you are ritual casting that and walking, he does straight up fall back to sleep on your shoulder, kind of like nestled into the crook of your neck. And occasionally there's like a bird, like half-assed chirp with grumble of crackers. One crackers. As he bird snores. But as you all get further out, you end up coming to a slightly more wooded area. The hills begin rolling. You hear some water. And Dubog himself begins slowing down and starting to look for tracks and signs of animals. What do the rest of you do now that you're a bit more in the wilderness? Do you begin to help as well, or just kind of let him do his thing while following behind, since half of you were dragged into it?
I'm going to be keeping my eye out, personally.
I
Going
am
to
100% letting Aegis take a point on this.
he'd probably have picked you up at some point and started.
I
Trying to
feel
carry
like
you.
I feel like I'm riding piggyback.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably.
Like I'm up on your shoulders.
As you got up, Rupert probably called you a dickhead for waking him up.
For those looking around for tracks and keeping an eye out, roll survival.
So I have a question. So I was actually gonna tell Rupert to scout from above, but be quiet while he does, and he'll earn himself an extra treat.
Roll persuasion.
No, I don't even know what that stat is, but it's most definitely negative. Oh no, it's totally gonna be fine. He'll totally roll well.
That sounds promising.
Yeah. It's a 9, and that was above average.
Oh. Yeah, there is birdie laughter before he flaps his way into a tree and begins snoring again.
That's the bird you picked up from the shop?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh. I could try threatening him instead. Now listen here. If you don't do as I ask, I'm gonna cut your food for today in half.
Roll. Roll intimidation.
This one's so much better. Are you ready?
What is it, like a 10 now?
No.
I'm waiting for the
It's
net
just
one.
it's just not negative. And he rolled a 16.
Nice. You get a begrudging, like, fine. Fuck. Sleep. Fine. Mm-hmm. Just kind of being flapping up, like sluggishly flying to where it's more like falling with style, and then flaps a bit to get more air, and eventually it goes out of view because he is tiny and it is dark out.
And he is blue in the night sky.
Yes. But survival checks.
Alright, survival. Please roll.
Aegis isn't finding anything.
What did you get?
A 6.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
You're just fighting with my thighs in your face.
They anxiously swinging her legs, and it's getting in the way.
Piece of shit. Why do you not want to work? Why he beyond? Why you gotta be this way?
Yo, it's been funky for a couple people today.
They just did a new update.
Yeah.
There we go. And that's a 9.
Let's see. What do Bulk himself get? Oh, he didn't roll bad. Okay. It's not shocking at all that the hunter, who's used to hunting, and has hunted in these areas before, ends up spotting tracks.
Are they big tracks? Did he show them to us?
He does point them out, and it's at this point you realize that when he meant boar and like large boar, that when you were thinking your farm pigs, that you were off in size.
Big.
Oh, so was it more proportionate to the stone beak pigs of Hunter X Hunter?
You are looking at the very interesting. You also realize that when he points them out, they don't look like quite regular hoof prints either. The prints look like there's also claw marks to them. And he looks at you guys, excitement in his eyes, and goes, "Yes, it is time. They are here. And it will be good hunting. Good meat. Big tusks. Don't let them burn
you've hunted these before?
He nods. Yes.
As he's saying this, I would like to apply my paralysis coating to one of my throwing knives.
Because they are large. Because they like to charge at you. They might try and bite at you if you get too close to them. And they are large. Very large. Because I have old trap fairly close to here. We'll need a little. He pats his shovel. We'll need a little digging out because of the storms since used last season. That the boars were around. So leaves and dust and dirt and nature's probably filled it in a little bit. It doesn't
Well, I guess
stop them long.
this is where I get off.
Nonsense. I need beak.
Oh, you're gonna hunt them with me on you?
Monsters seem always go after pretty girl.
I'd like to know your definition of pretty, Aegis.
You will do.
What is it that you find attractive?
Is not conventional too. outsider race. One second.
Keeping it within the Dragonborn.
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. As you guys are talking, I'm gonna use Sim's character since he's not here as devokes for tonight. This little square that I put down, he ends up hopping down
No.
into it's about knee deep at the moment, but he begins to shovel out some very loose soil, and he ends up trying to direct you all, or at least whoever's listening. He's not really paying attention too terribly much to who's actually listening to the directions. He's just excited that he's got a hunting party. And he tries to direct you all to the dirt that he's digging out, try and mound up along the edges, where I'm putting those red lines, to make it to where if it does go out, it still goes in one direction. And he points towards the northeast, which you can see and you can hear a bit of a water flow. And he goes, this part here, very shallow. We can even, he points and says, she could even walk through. They come running through here. Hopefully, we just chase one through. Someone wait on other end. Throw weapons at it while it's still in hole. And hope we can all bring it down before it gets out of hole. Otherwise, it gets much more dangerous. Which I can only assume makes Zay very nervous.
We're running away from them.
What was it? Broke up a little bit.
That we're running away from them?
No. That someone's got to try and frighten the boars towards the rest of the group. And do it successfully enough that they don't become a target themselves to get the boar to fall into the hole.
Who are you suggesting?
He shrugs and says, whoever wants to can you make big, loud, disorienting noises?
I mean, I can scream a lot.
Yeah, shrugs. I'm sure that would be loud.
We have loud noises. Louder than scream, at least.
He goes, though I'm not that great at hiding myself, so it's usually someone else that uses this. And he pulls out something small out of his pocket, and he goes, you throw this, and it crashes, and it makes a bunch of pops and noises and a few flashes, and it startles them. But if they spot you, they usually go for you. I've had to run many times. He points at a scar on his leg. Yeah, that happened one of the times. That was when still young. Didn't know too much what was doing. But that is how you learn. I see.
Depends on if Aegis wants to throw stuff in the hole.
I think our dear Aegis got an interruption. But from what I don't know. But don't want to start the big hunt that Aegis is so excited about without Aegis. I wonder what called him away.
So, explain the plan one more time to Buck.
He brings you, walks you around this time, and he goes to the hole, and he goes, Boar will come running from northeast through water, cross water into hole. It won't see this hole. Then, when it falls in, those who are around in these spots, and he goes further back to areas where they're still a little protected, like you could peek out from behind like trees, or like big shrubbery. Because these areas would be best, possible to hide, so you can throw at or shoot at Boar with possibly it not seeing you. Hopefully it takes a while for Boar to get out. If not, we have to fight quickly and strongly and dodge Tusk. But other person, just one person, very stealthy, very quietly, goes around to other side of Boars and does big noises, startles them out of their sleep.
Okay, I'm
That's when
sorry.
they run.
My fiance needed help looking for something that
Oh no. Dubok uh wants to know who's going to do the startling of the boars. If anyone wants the honor of doing that, or if he is going to do it himself, and the rest of you are going to be kind of hidden at the ready to attack boar or boars when they end up in the pitfall.
they attack who startled them.
Not if you hide good. If you startle and they see you, you have to run and dodge trap and not fall in trap yourself. So they charge and fall in trap because they follow you.
I can be
How
pretty
much
quick.
they hurt?
He points out scars and goes, Win was still learning. Young hunter. This one. This, all from tusks. Straight through. See this spot here? And that spot on the other side? Straight through. Was not fun. Took a while to heal. Could not walk right for a few weeks. Straight through muscle.
Oh, he's like
can-
an experienced hunter, isn't
Yes, he's an experienced hunter.
he? He's
I
probably
can-
like higher level than our school.
I can try and go scare them if you want.
He nods and gives you a big, hefty thunk on the back. And looks at Aegis and goes, You've got brave friend here.
I'm gonna do the help action on that one, by the way.
How are you gonna help me?
I have intimidation at +0.
But
That
you
would
won't
mean
be
that
in the
would mean
area.
yeah.
Oh,
That would mean you would have to come with me, and you're probably better off back there to throw shit at it. Uh, did the buck say that he had something that made noise or whatever?
Yes, he passes you two very small vials. And he goes, second one for just in case. Try only use one. He goes,
So
they
I
smash on ground and make big noises and some flashing.
okay. Then I'm going to stealthily move across the way.
And he points you in the direction and kind of describes the area in which they tend to nest in, which has a raised cliff area and some trees surrounding it. So if you kind of circle around them and scare them from behind, or like slightly to the side, they just go straight across the river because it's the most open direction.
Uh,
And kind of gives you a good old pat and tells you you'll do fine.
I'll cross the river here Uh, if I need to make any checks.
Yeah, we'll have you make a stealth check now that you're on the other side of the warders.
Stealth check. All right. First roll with the new dice. That's it.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
nice.
16.
Dice for this.
Yeah.
Is it 16?
Yeah.
That's good. You got this.
Also keeping a lookout for wherever they are. If I need to make a perception check or anything. I mean, they're on the map.
They're
But, I mean...
on the they're very noisy. Their sleep noises are quite apparent as you kind of get closer to them.
I'm kind of like hiding behind a tree. This tree here. And I'm gonna throw the bottle.
Oh, hi.
Huh?
I think that was a oh hush to the dogs.
Oh.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna throw the bottle. Yeah.
Give me a that good ranged throw, the ranged attack to see how well you place that tossin.
Oh, 8.
I just realized something.
What'd you realize?
Maybe should have had Aegis do this instead.
Nah. What was you worried about?
The fact that Aegis has higher survivability, maybe the same exact dexterity modifier, and yeah.
No, I rolled a 3.
So you threw it a little closer to yourself than you meant to. But let's see.
Wait, what's your mod?
Oh.
My
Yeah.
dex mod is a +3.
Yeah, we have the same exact dex mod.
As one of them from the loud hissing and popping and bright flashes wakes up with a snort and a squeal and begins the rampage off. The other one does a bit of a spin and faces you and snorts.
Throw the other one. Right in front of it.
Oh yeah, that you doing that makes it kind of swerve around and take off after the other one because being right in its face. it begins to take the fuck off. Well, they both get stuck in the pit. You guys... I'm gonna line them up with the squares of the pit, though. Let me get initiative so we can track things, especially if they happen to break free, happen to get their way out before you've dealt enough damage from the sidelines.
19.
What was they?
5.
5.
Also 5.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. And well, it goes. Oh wait, your dexes are the same.
Rollies.
What?
Rollies.
Yeah, both of you roll a flat d20.
Oh, you probably got that. That's a 4.
You got it. It's a 3.
Oh, shit.
Victor, you happen to be first. There are boars in the pit trap.
How many?
Scrambling away, trying to climb their way out of it. Not happy about it at all.
There's 2 in the pit.
Yes.
Okay. That part cut out for me. So there's 2 in the pit. The big boars.
And if you would like to see exactly what this type of boar looks like, I just put it in Conspirator's Corner.
Cool. I would.
Wonderful.
I feel better about myself.
I don't. I don't like that. Shit. Well then. I'm gonna cast Sleep. I need to roll 5d8. Okay. So, creature. So that's 26 for sleep. Creatures within 20 feet of the point I choose within range are affected in ascending order by their current HP, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with that creature, the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone takes an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. The spell ends. And I subtract each creature's hit point total from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. Must be equal or less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected.
I am sorry you did not roll high enough.
Shit. Well then, that's problematic. Nice. That's awful. Well, I tried. I'm gonna just have to probably pass the turn.
No bonus actions currently.
Or actually, wait, no, yeah, nah. I'm going to not take a bonus action.
Okie dokie. Then it is Boar. I'll give it a little. That one's number 1. Boar blue is number 1. The other one is Boar 2. That way I can tell them apart. It is going to try and get itself out. That is not high enough. That is only a... Yeah, that's only a 9. It did not... It is struggling. Your hunter friend, Debook, lets out an excited whoop as he throws a spear at the boar, hitting his target before throwing another and making a hit as well. You can see that this enrages the boar a little bit. It does not like that it is being hurt. It does not like that it is being attacked. The second boar also rolled horribly and is not getting out of the pit. Zay. You're gonna make your way downtown.
I'm going to spend my entire turn using my movement, my dash, and then my movement, my bonus action dash, and then action dash to get right next to Victor.
Do a bit of a hide.
I cannot hide because I used my bonus action to dash.
You're going right behind him. That's what I was suggesting your
Oh.
being.
Not exactly, but
in jest.
Just getting in the area.
Aegis.
And that is my entire turn.
Yep, what's up?
Your turn. There are boars in a pit that are alive and thrashing around trying to get out of the pit and ready for you to deal damage to them.
Can I, with just the 30-foot movement speed, get them both lined up within 15 feet?
Like, lined up?
As in, like, I am facing them and one is behind the other.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and rage, and I'm going to start off with a breath weapon.
Ooh, fancy.
Cook 'em.
Pre-cooked.
Maybe not cook them, just try to blow up their minds. I need a dex save from both of them.
Saves. At disadvantage because they are in a
Far How far does your breath weapon go?
It's 15 feet in a line.
Oh, well, one of them
Wait, no.
failed.
It is a cone. Never mind.
It's a 15-foot cone, typically. One of them got an 18, the other one crit failed.
18 definitely passes. On a success, they take half. I mean, on a fail, they take half. No, fuck.
On a
I'm being
success,
wrong.
they take half. On a fail, they take full.
Yep. Oh. Okay. 6 damage. So the success will take 3. Hello?
Yep. Sorry, I was noting that down next to them. Anything else you can do? Is that,
Did I mention that I was raging?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, you did mention that you went into your rage. I completely skipped my mind. Yes.
Okay.
What's your rage look like?
My rage gives me advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
No,
Not attacks.
Like,
No, like, what does it
No,
look like
not-
if you go into a rage?
Oh. I didn't know there were different appearances.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
I guess I imagine he just. Well, I don't know if it would make sense if he shined brighter or something. Like if he shimmered. Yeah, I guess he probably just shimmers.
It's a bit of a glisten to him.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that, we go back to the top with Victor.
Okay. Well, then the one that failed, I'm going to cast a chill touch at it. For a 14 to hit.
That
What
does
touch?
indeed hit.
Yeet. That's 5 points of necrotic damage.
Alrighty.
I mean, I guess that technically could be seen as either holy or arcane anyway.
The
Necrotic
boar
can
is
be
quite miffed.
used by holy classes.
Yep. Anything else Victor would like to do?
Not at this current moment.
Boar is going to attempt to get out of the pit and succeeds. You guys have an issue now. As that one gets out and does a bit of a spin to kind of locate enemies, sort of thing. Though getting out takes its action. It is going to and yeah, that would end up being its turn. Dubok himself saying this, you all hear basically a warning shout from Dubok of be light on your feet. Oh, there goes one of the dice. Oh, he actually misses this time. And also has to begin to move to retrieve
The spear.
his spears. So he takes a tactical maneuver to go over on this part of the hole to maybe try and coax the boar back in while to be able to on his next turn retrieve the couple spears that are there. The other boar is going to try and make its way out. And also succeeds. Double trouble. That one's looking at straight at Aegis. Zay.
Okay. Since I know that these guys want meat, I'm not going to use my cool new daggers. Just use my regular ones. And I'm going to bonus action steady aim. Gives me advantage on my attack.
Fancy.
And I'm going to hit board number 1 with the blue dot.
Blue dot.
Hopefully. Okay. So 16 on the first and that one. So 16.
Yep. That does indeed hit.
That's a D4. That is 6 plus 8, 12 damage
Nice.
there. And then I am also going to activate my ability Whales from the Grave to deal 2 damage to the other boar, which is necrotic damage.
Now they are actually at the exact same HP. That's funny.
So
they are
basically,
feeling
basically you see Zay just throw a dagger at one, just like right in its face,
and then Banshee
and then
at the other.
Yeah, just banshee scream at the other one. Just
Beautiful. Banshee scream, its eye begins to bleed.
and unless, because I didn't move, I could throw another dagger with my second bonus action. If that's what we're still doing.
Yes. Yes, if you don't move.
This one is not with advantage, though. Nope, that's only an 11.
Nope, not quite. too high on that one.
Shit.
Alrighty. Aegis. You're
Oh,
up.
hi.
There's one boar about 5 feet away from you that is out of the pit and staring directly at you angrily.
I am going to hope this thing isn't particularly smart and just charges after things. And how big are these things, by the way?
Large.
Large?
Yes.
Ooh.
They are considered large monstrosities. They are special boars, and I love them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my action to set a hunting trap. And should I secure it to something, or should I just say fuck it and hold it? Hold the other end of it. That'd be hilarious. I think I'm gonna go with he ties the other end of it to himself. Just for shenanigans.
What? Did you put like a lasso trap sort of thing? So
It's a hunting trap. It's so it's got a pressure plate. It's got a pressure plate.
It's the bear trap?
Yeah, basically. Aegis also had one. That just came with his set. His equipment. Background. Specifically, its description is: when you use your action to set it, this trap forms a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps on. Yep. And it's attached to a chain, typically 3 feet long.
Typically, it's attached to an immovable object, but you're wrapping it around yourself for reasons unknown at this time.
Yep.
Good.
And of course, it's going to be set in front of you. Like between it and me. And I don't think I have bonus actions other than that. I think my only bonus action is to rage.
You're kind of already.
Would I still have speak to animals open?
How long does that last?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, you'd still have that. Well, no, with the time to set everything up, it wouldn't be up anymore.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm out of stuff I can do for right now.
Okie doke. Well then, let's see, Aegis. Then back to the top with our Dr. Pal Victor.
So they're both out of the pit.
Correct.
Does it look like they're coming towards us?
Not yet. They're kind of squaring up people at the moment.
Well, then, I think I'm going to start things off by throwing. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to throw in my. I'm again going to cast Chill Touch on the same one as I did last time. That's a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. Does hit.
And 6 points of necrotic damage. And with that attack action, I'm going to spend a key point to take the dodge action as my bonus action.
Smart. But that also means I am very sorry, Zay, for what is about to happen. Is that all you can do, Victor? Is that you're setting up your dodge action? And
yep.
Then after you chill touch this boar, it squares you up and charges. Let me see. Zay, for you, this would be with advantage because of how it would have to flail to kind of also hit you. But it is heading directly in your guys' direction, kind of flailing its tusks and horns angrily. With the dodge. Until the start of your next turn, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage. You may with advantage. Okay, so Victor and Zay make this roll with advantage. Because of your dodge action, Victor, you get advantage on the dex save to dip, dodge, and duck out of the way of this guy's horns as he barrels in your guys' direction and ends up kind of skidding to a halt right about there. Well, depending on, he'll skid to a halt right here if he manages to hit you.
Well, I got an 18.
What kind of a save is it?
Dex save.
Okay. That is a 23.
Alrighty. You both masterfully jump the fuck out of the way as this guy does that good old hoof scrape and then charge full speed, head shaken, with a bit of a boorish squeal as he darts at you. coming to a skidding halt a bit behind you guys. Bulk needs to get into the pit himself to get his weapons back, but can still make an attack. That does not hit because that is a crit fail.
Oh, fuck.
He is rolling hot tonight.
Damn it. I fucked up. I should have used my bonus action to pass something, but you know. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Boar 2, the one that is squaring you up, is going to just attempt to do a good old headbutt, which would hurt very badly because of the horns. That's not the best roll, but that's not horrible. Does a 13 hit you, Aegis?
I don't think so. No, it does not. Especially with a shield.
This boar straight up misses you. It goes to hit, but it kind of bounces off. If they're doing that one... No, they just have the one. And...
They just blocked it with the shield.
Yeah. It just kind of clinked off. Zay.
Oh, does it get trapped in the trap?
Oh, that would be... that is right. Let me roll its...
Dex save.
That would be a... DC 13. It only took the one step and stopped moving to hit you with its face, in which it missed as well. Roll 1d4.
Oh, so it did get hit. Sweet. Just 1 damage.
It's like, I stepped on something sharp. It stepped on a Lego. I feel like a Lego would do more damage, though.
A Lego definitely does. I swear, like at least. Well, actually, no, because
a Lego
we're
deals
supposed to
psychic
be
damage.
Well, people are supposed to be like commoners, right? And we would only have like 10 HP max, right?
Depending on the person.
Well, yeah, but the normal person is going to have like 10 HP if they're a common person. If that's...
But still. So yeah, it does get that. Zay.
To whip around, turn around towards the boar that went right by us. Draw 1 dagger, because I think that's the rules. I'm only allowed 1 free action to draw. And then I'm going to line up my shot using a bonus action steady aim, and then throw it with advantage because of steady aim. First roll is a 16. Second roll is not. So 16 again.
It does hit. Yep.
Okay. D4, that's 6 plus my what the fuck's it called? Sneak attack. That's a 6 and 1. So 12. 17. total.
Ooh,
I rolled a 6 and a 5 there.
math here.
6.
It
Man.
goes down with a squeal.
Sneak attack, man.
It catches the dead.
And then seeing it go down, I'm gonna move up next to it. And then that's it.
Aegis. It is your turn.
Okay. So with a chain attached to it, and well, what I'm basically gonna ask is there any way I can climb on top of it? Maybe using the chain to help maneuver.
The chain is attached to its foot.
Yeah, I guess
I would
not.
say that wouldn't really help you maneuver on top of it. Not with the length the chain is. It wouldn't give you really any help with that.
Oh, idea. Idea. So instead, can I try to throw the other end of the chain around? Yes, baby.
So you can spot me to make sure nothing happens. You don't have to do any lifting, you just gotta come take a smoke. Love you.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it break time already?
What I was gonna ask is there a way I can like get this chain to tie around its horns, so it trying to basically to give it a thing where it's struggling by its own horns to move, and I don't know, maybe I don't know if there's a basically tie the other end of its chain around, like throw the other end of its chain around the horns to make it have to struggle to
I would
move.
say with the height of this guy, the length that hunting traps chains tend to be, you really don't have a way to properly maneuver it up there.
Okay.
If it was a smaller creature, like by all means that would definitely work. But this being a large monstrosity and not your average everyday boar in size.
Well, can I run around it without like causing an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, as long as you stay within like 5 feet. If you leave its threat range, then you would get the attack of opportunity.
Okay. So then here's the idea. I'm either going for one of two things. Either just running around it with its leg as a focal point to knock it prone,
Try and trip it.
or trying to actually wrap the chain around its legs.
All right. Roll me. What would I have you roll?
Strength of some kind. I'm hoping.
How about athletics?
I have advantage. And a +5.
There's nothing else quite fits. Animal handling is not quite right.
Okay, that's a 15, but it can be better. Give me a sec. Okay, I will stick with the 15.
15.
Yep.
Let me. Oh yeah, it rolled an 8 on attempting to stay up. You knock this guy on its side. You do a little circle and a tug, and he just goes flunk down onto his side with quite the heavy thud.
I believe that was my action, so that's all I can do right now. I do need to take a break though, so I can help out my fiance again.
Okie dokie. We can, unless others need to grab a drink or restroom or something, we can just go on to Victor's turn. Otherwise, we can take a
Sorry, I'm trying not to.
break if you guys want.
I could use one.
Alrighty, then let's do.
Sorry, Victor.
There we go. Oh, it's missing its background. Why did the background pop out of the be right back? The words be right back are still there. That's good enough. We will take a break for a few minutes. Bathroom, grab drinks, snacks, whatnot, and enjoy some chill vibes until everybody's back.
It's weird. There's so much space.
I'm back.
You're back?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Pop that back on. And that means we are with everybody back. We are back to the top of the round with Victor.
So one of the pigs is dead and one is remaining.
Correct.
That's the one near Aegis, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'm gonna just...
At the moment.
I was gonna have Aegis try to write it while it's try to jump on it while it's prone.
Sure is a shame that I don't know that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Chill Touch on it
Cast what on
and
it?
get another 14 Chill Touch.
Nice. Yep.
Because I don't want to burn through my other spell slot. And I will deal 2 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Bonus action, I'm going to throw one of my throwing knives. Oh, to make a attack roll for a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And 6 points of piercing damage.
It is looking ouch. It's not dead yet, but it
Alright.
is looking ouch and unhappy. At being angry.
That will be all I do.
That boar's dead. That
Fuck.
one came to. I don't do that. But. To boat. Makes his way to the edge of the pit. To try and just gouge into this thing at close range. And hits. Not taking it down though. It is still alive and kicking. Very, very, very bleedy in multiple areas. That would bring it to its turn though. It's going to try and pick off the chain to get up. That is a 22. It is now standing. Chain off of it, though. Use its action to get out of the chain to get up. Zay.
Yes.
What are you up to now?
I'm going to just use my whole action to take my 2 daggers out of this dead boar.
Solid plan.
And then
Get
I
those
am
stabby
going
devices
to.
back.
Yep. There. I'm going to use my movement and then bonus action dash. Move there to start looking for my other knife that I overthrew.
Yes. And then that would bring us back to Aegis, who is next to this boar, who is standing because it was able to shake its way out of the chain.
And that includes. Does that include the trap that was at the end of the chain? That was on its leg?
Let me. Yes, because that the trap check itself was a 14, and it got a 23 to get out of everything.
Oh. Okay. Well, shoot. I can't think of a good way to try to turn that into an animal handling check. So I was gonna try to see if I could maybe use the chain as reins and try to do it that way, but shoot. I don't think there's a way I can do that.
Dubok just wants a giant boar to ride. Well, large boar to ride very badly.
Do what?
I said it sounds like not Aegis. It sounds like you just want a large boar to ride very badly.
That would be cool. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can't think of a good way. I mean, there's no. If there was a way to get on top of it, and it doesn't know a language, so there's no just try to talk through its head.
You could always try animal handling.
I mean, I don't think this thing can really hurt Aegis that bad. And in the worst case scenario is it just gets more pissed off of it. It gets more pissed off at him, probably. That's a 5.
Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like he's doesn't it's not taking the bait. It's not loving what you're putting down. This be a very big Angie boy.
Yeah, I think that was my action anyway, too. So I guess someone else will go for the kill.
You have what you gonna do?
I don't think I.
Your animal handling could have been your bonus action.
Oh. Okay.
Almost a bonus action.
Well, I'm clearly not going to be able to tame this thing at this time. So. I mean, maybe it'll honestly be able to kill it with just just my weapon attack. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to slice it with my sickle.
Roll that attack.
That oh wait, I'm raged. What did I rage do? Sorry. Okay, it doesn't increase the hit, does it? Okay. $19 to hit?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, then an additional +2 for the damage. Ooh, 9?
You are able to take it down.
Nice.
that 9. So it goes down. You hear a wound book, and yeah, pops himself up out of the pit, and slaps you in the back and goes, "I will make sure you eat good for a while with these."
Oh, shouldn't we kill them, by the way? Like actually make sure they're dead?
Yeah, does that Aegis or?
Oh, sorry. I mean, Aegis would probably along those lines.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because Dubok would just kind of laugh, point down, and go, "They're down. They're dead. We carry them back now. I will bring you meat in a couple days, and them as well. All right for you. You come to me when you need meat."
Oh, you need her? The horns?
He says it to those who can surely.
Ye- yeah, I'll take one. Horns. You can choose.
He looks towards Victor. Goes, and you want to buy that?
Want something like bigger and more.
Help. I don't think I'm strong enough.
Zay is just looking for her dagger.
How many rounds is it?
It is probably now light outside. Too bright. Probably the equivalent of 5, 6 in the morning.
No, I mean like.
Like what? Well, that would be over because yeah, you would not be in range anymore.
I see that. 6 seconds after the combat. Because of that. If it or get attacked in 6 seconds, it's over. Okay. Well, let's. How heavy are these?
You know, this stat doesn't actually say how large monstrosities of troll boars weigh. This would be as good as mine. It was meaty boar of a large size.
Um, where does database? When I looked it up, it said looked like it didn't. Well, it doesn't have the weapons that you're saying. is saying 680, which is well above it.
Real life boys say their range can be anywhere from 600 pounds. So, and also they don't necessarily have to be up and carried.
Probably
like dragged.
I could probably drag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think ruling you can drag like 3 times the amount that you could normally lift. I think.
Capacity. 5e. Carry capacity is your strength score applied by carry high enough that most have to worry about it. Your strength score.
My strength score 16.
Oh yeah, you all thing. Like, this will not be a pickup venture. Dude ties around one and passes you, and then takes a different rope and ties around the feet of the other.
Comfortable.
Duba, these always have to. You try as happens and what
Aegis can roll.
and get like half. It is quite a bit. He doesn't take care.
No. After the dirty 20. Oh. Been the most redundant nat 20 to get in.
Seems you have met much.
I guess I'll just have to get stronger.
Oh, I'm gonna get over to and be like, see you work out more. You come next time.
Just laughs. He said, "Your way. I work out my way." On the way back, I'm pretty sure they had a little bit of before, before the hunting, but got cut off by a distraction.
Asking Aegis in a or what he finds beautiful.
Strength. What would be the what would be the timey or primitive word for ideal mating capabilities?
Hips.
Big bazongas, birthing hips.
What is Aegis into?
Strength qualities. That's still not how I would probably say that. Wisdom and he is distracted in thought for a moment, and some meats of qualities of their own. Unique.
Oh. Have to do with blood lineage?
Um,
Or is it just the quality? Perfect. And I'm assuming with
Nordics.
no. Okay. And then as they're walking,
Something.
no, I'm not planning at all.
What a roll of perception's probably gonna fail.
Well, that's insight. For
Oh, insight.
sure.
Probably gonna fail. Aegis is. Oh.
What'd you roll? Oh, 19? Yeah, you because only
What?
Yeah.
What you play?
no. Maybe. If they follow up on it.
Huh? Been confused.
Goes on. You all make it back to the shop. Debug lets you all know that again he'll have bits and bobs ready to be picked up probably by evening the next day. But that shop will be closed today to processing such animals.
Don't forget your promise. Meeting with me at dinner.
Wait, did character? Did you grab?
You broke up. I got did you and then nothing.
Did you give Aegis any information?
No. Promise that you go to a meeting with me at dinner time. No.
Okay. It's becoming more and more. You said it was like.
Got back till morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what was going on with that. Stole.
Ew, no.
Did it not? Yeah.
Say, but I was going in the area to pick up some flowers.
Oh.
Do you have paper and ink and quill? I get my own. Okay. Do you need anything? Well,
No.
okay. Then let Aegis to the flower shop.
I thought you said a pet. Sorry, pet.
Said pet, but flower shop in the same area.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah. Alrighty. Well, as you need to in that direction, to the or do you like once you get to that area, you just beeline for the plant shop?
That depends. That depends on. I mean, my destination is the flower shop.
I was gonna stop in with her just to say hi to Ivy on the way, since she's going and short.
Alrighty, so as you go to plant shop, the bell jingle jangs, and you hear back a bit of a just a moment um before he comes through from the back area, and this Aegis and waves with a smile, and then spots Zay, and just goes, "Oh, both of you today. You brought a friend."
Yeah, hello. I haven't stopped by in a couple days. I brought you business, though.
Zay just waves. Hello.
Says, "Hi. Well, he says he's bringing me business. What are you looking for today?"
I'm looking for a bouquet that just says, "I am in love with you."
So, okay, I can definitely do that. Now, flowers have meanings. The different flowers that you put together in a bouquet say different things. Are you looking for like subtlety in that love? Are you looking for more of a like wham bam in your face sort of announcement of love, like a proclamation?
Yes, that one.
She's okay. I can definitely do that. Is there a delivery place, or do you want me to get something ready for you to take with you? You'd have to give me a few moments to get it together, but
Oh, I'd much prefer to take it myself.
okay. Just give me a moment. And she's and she brings a bouquet, uh, mostly
Oh,
red flower, a couple of like, greeneries to add a bit of decoration. Um, and she do you want a vase for it? Do you have one? Or does the person that you're giving it to have a vase already?
Oh, I would need a vase, yes. And is there any way that I can... Thank you, Aegis, you can go now. Is there anything that I can write a letter on?
She's, oh yes, we actually do have. She walks you towards an area, and there's actually a little section that has a table with a few different decorative papers and a few different envelopes of different like colors and sizes, as well as some wax stamps to like seal the envelopes with. It's just we actually have a table for that. Many people can wanting to like write proclamations and declarations towards lovers or people they're longing for, missing dearly. So it's nice to have this all ready for them to be able to use.
As Aegis leaves, he's going to use his mind message thing and just tell her that he'll see her after he gets done with work volunteering.
All right, so yeah, they
And he
wave or
waves.
nod.
Is that to me or
No,
Ivy?
that's the Ivy.
Oh, to Ivy. Okay, she gives a wave and goes, "All right, I'll see you later." And the bell chimes as he goes out.
I'm picking out a like a golden colored card.
Beautiful. As you pick out your card and envelope and everything, she darts around to a different area to pull out a couple different vase options, as well as begins with pointing out a couple of the flowers, and she points out a red camellia and go, "These ones, they state that you're a flame in my heart. Isn't that just lovely?"
Absolutely is. The- Basically, just write like big on the front of the card for uh, amber, and then inside something like your golden beauty radiates that has left me speechless, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, I'm gonna sign Aegis. How much for all of this?
She goes, because she goes, just do you have a gold, like just a gold for everything? This is you're just this is so much fun, the energy of it all. I couldn't dare charge you any more for these than that.
Oh, please! I'll lay down 10 gold. and just say, it's supposed to be from a secret admirer. So please, if anybody comes asking, it wasn't from me.
My lips are sealed.
Oh no. Oh no. I feel like you as a player are trying to start drama.
This is payback clearly for all the times that Q tried to set up Panner. Yeah, but panning to Victor. Where's Victor going off to with all this? The other two darted off in one direction. Where did Victor dart off to?
Going to check the hospital and see.
Going to check what? It broke up a little bit.
Check the back alley doctor's office and see and he'll open up shop probably.
How you're the one that you did the operation on is doing?
Check him first and then open up for the general public.
Okay. So he's still alive. Still asleep, but alive, breathing. You when you do arrive, there would have been a couple people that would have called out to see if you were opening up, because they would have seen the sign that you were closed and were about to head out, but then seeing you arrive kind of would have stuck around a little bit.
Shortly. I have a few things to take care of first.
You definitely they wait patiently before until you open up shop, and you're greeted with the first client of the day, which happens to be brought in by a family member of theirs, and they let you know that they've actually been to the doctor's office once, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. And he keeps on continuing to be ill, getting weaker each day. And the couple times that they've gone to the doctors have said, "Oh, it's poison," and treated him for being poisoned, and that didn't work. And oh, it's this ailment, and we're gonna cure him by doing this, and that didn't work. And they can't afford to go in again But we're hoping that maybe a different set of eyes might be able to figure things out.
Well, then I want to do an examination.
What? Sorry.
So roll a medicine check
Yeah.
for me,
Better.
as well as a history check.
16 minutes. 19 history.
19 history. Okay, you looking over this guy. You're looking over and you're like, no, this can't be right. And you go over things again, and you realize this looks exactly like a uh, a disease that um had spread in the history books. It said a few hundred years ago, and you don't recall hearing of any cases recently. So you kind of put two and two together, and really, this guy had to have been digging around in places he shouldn't have been digging around in to have come in contact with this particular disease that, though it doesn't make you sick to your stomach, doesn't physically, other than becoming weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where you just can't move and you waste away, it doesn't do anything else. But back in ye olde days, you had read that they never really found a surefire cure, as far as what you've read in like what you've seen. There were you would have heard of tales of supposedly different areas finding different things that worked to save it off or supposedly cure it. But you wouldn't in this area, you wouldn't have heard of anything or read anything like definitive.
I know how contagious it is.
You would know that as long as there's um no coughing, no sneezing, no touching of uh anything that really comes out of the body, then you're good. Um but even your simple like accidental allergy sneeze could easily spread it.
I'm going to go over at them and inform them. You have been digging in places that you shouldn't have, and as a result, you have brought back a very old disease. My advice for you would be to get as far away from this city and into a place where you cannot infect anyone else, otherwise it will spread like wildfire.
The gentleman kind of looks at you, but there's no, what if I've already spread it? There's no cure?
There is no surefire cure, especially not in these parts. And if you have begun to spread it, well then the city guard is going to have their hands very busy putting down infected and burning the bodies.
Kind of looks at you and nods and goes, why don't you tell her in the waiting room that it's gonna take a while and that she should go home, and I'll head back to where I dug it up in the first place. Because
Very good. I will explain to her the situation.
kind of grumbles like I shouldn't have taken that job. Clearing out old catacombs to make way for new ones.
Which catacomb?
He goes, there's some to the north. You gotta go past row fields, but closer to the mountains. And there's some old graveyard and catacombs over there, and the priest that runs those parts wanted them cleaned out and fixed up so they could be expanded. So I wasn't technically doing anything illegal, though definitely might have brought home a few coins that I might have found down there. Make a few extra bucks, you know? But I gotta find a way to alert the rest that we're also working down there.
That would be wise. And with that, I'm going to go back to the waiting room and explain to his lady friend what all's going on.
You are met with a bit of concerned hysterics that do calm down a bit before there is a storming out of yeah that well clearly, since you know what it is, the other doctor will find a way to pay them again, and they'll have a cure for sure, sort of thing. Like since they just didn't know what it was before, if they know what it is, they'll definitely know how to fix it. Like thought process. Um, she does toss a coin bag at to you before leaving. For at least figuring it out. So she can go to people that will definitely have the cure sort of thought process. Before storming off.
Mm. That's something I need to make a note of too. Inform a couple of people to keep their eye out for. Namely the other hospitals. Because I really don't feel like having a plague spread in a city. It's too easy, it's too quick, and it's going to be a bad idea.
But yeah, you are able to make note, and the gentleman does head out. Slowly, but he does head out. And Aegis. What are you go to the pet shop? Are you just doing your regular chores? Are you popping into any areas?
Popping into any areas?
Yeah, any different parts of the shop. They do. When you get there, they do have a shipment that they're putting away.
Ooh. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop up. Well, like run up to them, I guess. You have new animals.
They they look at you and nod and go, well, they're not animals yet. Come look. And oh gosh, I need to pull up the names. Some of them I don't have memorized yet.
Not animals yet.
Where is the animal crackers? There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Now I can read it better. Let me brings you over to a crate that is heavily lined with hay. And she opens it up, and there are a bunch of eggs. And she goes, currently, we are setting up all of our incubators. We have gotten a lot of eggs in. None of them are labeled. There was a governmental seizure of an illegal animal cells group that had popped up, and they did a search and seizure and shut down, and decided that we were to get and handle all of what they got. So they arrived. We didn't get too big of a notice, which is a little unfortunate. We would have prepared more. We had had a longer notification period. And we have to do our best at identifying these eggs and figuring out what's going to hatch so we can get other areas prepped before they hatch.
Aegis definitely look excited. But I think he's kind of bouncing. Like, it's a weird behavior for Aegis. We don't know. Oh, it's how I help. How I help. He's repeating himself.
Shoes, you can go inside. Thydos is currently connecting all of the incubators, and turning them on. Some of them changing out bulbs, as well as things to keep the humidity at the right temperatures. We gotta guess at what these guys are and attempt to put them at the right temperature and humidity so they can incubate and then hatch properly. So if you could help him with getting everything plugged in and refilled, I'll continue working out here with my guessing game that I've got.
Random question. Would Aegis have any idea about whether or not maybe a creature in there might have any sort of thought / intelligence on the inside of the egg?
Without knowing what was in the eggs or what type of animal was in the eggs, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Because they definitely wouldn't be grown enough to like have any actual like thought processes yet, so to speak. If any of them were a creature that would develop that.
Okay. I already forgot what she specifically told Aegis to do.
Help plug things in.
Oh, yes. Okay. He's also gonna ask, is there something I can do to earn extra treat for Rupert?
If you want to stick around longer, and if you know animals at all and their eggs, if you want to try and help with identifying it all, you can help out longer.
Okay. Should I go ahead and make a roll then? On that one?
You could make a roll. She would, I'd say she would also go, or, so I can focus on this longer. If you want to just take on the rest of the chores in the place, again, it would be staying longer, but then I could just solely focus on this and not have to worry about the rest of the chores for the day.
That I can do. But he's gonna attempt to see if maybe he can like spot identify one. See if maybe he might be any help at all on this task. What would that be?
Let's say, nature or animal handling, because that has to do with animals.
Well, I kind of think they're both the same stat for him. So yes. 1 second. Double check. Nature or animal handling. Oh, never mind. Nature is +1. Yeah, he doesn't remember spotting any of those eggs. Ever in the history of his life. No. So then, yeah, he just need to leave by dinner time. I need. Wait, what?
She kind of goes, you can leave when you need to. You can grab some treats on your way out.
Okay.
And with that, well, while you're doing that, Zay, you've got the flowers and the card and everything that are in the vase. And it's even got one of those like little things that's sticking out that you can like set the card into, so the card's kind of like amidst the flowers. What are you doing with it? Like, where are you going?
I am heading over to the Summer Solstice Clan mansion. But before I get there, like 5 minutes away or whatever, just kind of somewhere out of sight, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then when I get up to their like front door, I'm gonna place the pot kind of a little further away, in front of the door, so that someone would have to walk out to go pick it up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna knock on the door and wait off to the side so that I can,
See.
so that when someone walks out, I can walk in.
Ooh. Okay. Smart. As you do this, I need to pull up um a at this moment of time, uh wearing more flowy, kind of pajama-y esque pants and nothing else. A gentleman with a bit of the tiger-esque stripe to him, but not too heavily, and longer saber-tooth-esque like fangs. Um, Opens the door and looks out and almost goes to like shut the door again before the flower and vase on the floor catches eye, and he turns back around and walks to them and picks them up and looks at the letter and his brow furrows. And
Yeah, like when he is out, I'm going to go in.
yeah. And as you slip in, he's actually following a bit quickly behind. Um and he call you hear him calling out uh for Amber. And you hear him asking, what is the meaning of this? Like, what have you been doing to catch the eyes of someone, and who would send you this? Um, and it's in a very concerned and protective manner, so to speak. Um, but where are you going off to? You just looking through the manor, going on a little exploring mission?
Are all of these kind of like McMansions where they're all built the same way? Is it similar to the Varzans?
It is very similar. Um, Decoration style, very different, however, where the Varzans is more oh, what's the term? Where the Varzans is more like vintage-esque style, but like
Vintage but classy.
yeah, this is more crisp and clean and just gives you like mob boss home vibes.
Oh, nice.
Um
What I'm really looking for is any kind of like office that they have set up.
You would end up finding an office upstairs.
Is it occupado?
Currently, it is not. As you are looking around, the one who would have been occupying it, which was the father.
Hmm.
You would have heard him come down the stairs and ask what all the hubbub was about, and then also inquiring to his daughter about who has caught the eye of his precious star. Like what boy do I need to destroy, basically.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in that conversation whatsoever. My main objective
Oh
is
yeah.
getting into the office.
Oh yeah, but you are in the empty office.
Was
Um,
I just used as a distraction?
Basically.
yes. I'm
But you might
look
be in danger now.
I'm looking around like the desk or anything for anything of note or value.
The desk or anything?
Anything of note or value. You would find um um wouldn't be currently about this. Um what would he have been judging on at the
Oh.
moment? On the table itself, there are letters that are talking about keeping up certain um, trade routes that have been under threat. You you end up learning more as to why they also dislike the Varzans. In that the both of them for quite some time have been fighting over the rights to certain trade routes and passes, and like being able to use them freely without having to like be charged or pay to use them, because that can really hinder your business. And they not too long ago lost a couple routes to the Varzans, which really really hurt them financially. They were, you could tell by the notes and the letters and whatnot as you're skimming them that they feel confident that they were able to pass off that it didn't actually hurt them that bad. But they, in order to not dip any lower and possibly lose status, they are working on a possible new trade in a new mining spot that they are looking into. It doesn't give where that spot is at the moment, like the what you're reading over, or look over. Other than that, things of value, you do throughout, like, what drawers do open, there is just gold.
Oh, are there locked ones?
There are some locked ones, yes.
Can I try and pick them?
You can try and pick them.
Yeah. With my thieves' tools.
Yeah, okay.
Bum 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 bum. Oh. No, that's a 9.
That's you said a 9?
Yeah.
Well, you don't
Nope.
quite open the lock. It's got a bit
What?
more tumblers than you're used to.
Well, I'm gonna grab the one sheet that was talking about the new mining spot, and then I'm going to head out the door before he walks in and shuts it. Possibly.
Smart. Oh, and through the drawer, you do notice, like, he definitely just regularly empties his pockets into the drawers. There is just probably about, like, we'll say like 6 gold that's, like, scattered throughout there. If you want to pick up
6
the change.
gold. Yes. 6 gold.
No.
Oh, alright. And then head out of the office and look for bedrooms. Empty bedrooms.
Empty bedrooms. Okay, you do find a couple empty bedrooms. One of which is definitely one of the girls' bedrooms. Very much so decorated in a bunch of whites and light colors. The bed itself even has, like, a drapery around it, sort of thing. There's um uh on, like, a desk that's, like, that has a mirror on it with drawers that you can sit on. Sit on that you can sit at. On top is also this. It looks like a made of like twisted metal tree, and on it is hanging different necklaces and jewelry, like some
Oh, yes,
rings,
please.
some necklaces, some earrings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Taking those.
You just snagging everything, or you taking like a couple?
I will take. I'll take a few, so that it's not too alarming.
Okay. Well, that's what I was asking. Like, are they all going missing? Are they gonna be on high alert, or are you only taking a few? So maybe just lost things. So yeah, you take some nice pieces.
Is there anything like diary books next to the bed or like under the mattress?
You definitely find a diary.
I'll plop that in my bag. I'll read that later. And then
in the other room, I mean, unless you also wanted to like raid some clothes.
no clothes. Not interested in
But
clothes.
in the other room, this room, very disheveled. There is just clothes everywhere. Um, bed's not made. Smells like some form of cologne. And there are different papers like strewn about every flat surface. They're granted they do look like and appear to have like an order to them. So there is a small bit of method to the chaos, but very, very little. There are also in this room are decks of playing cards freaking everywhere. A few you can find like gambling chips all over the place.
Yeah, that reminds me. Fuck. Could I have left a card where I found the diary?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm going to leave a Queen of Hearts.
Beautiful.
That was going to be my thing when I take stuff. I was going to leave a card.
Leave a card.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was that? Anything else interesting in this room besides papers on the floor and cards?
The most of the papers are definitely not anything noteworthy. Most of them are just like notes on who owes what for which games, or who bet what on which horse. Um,
Ah,
you can this is the what's the term, bookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the bookie of the family. Like, this is the one that probably doesn't pay too much attention to the actual job that the family does, though does bring in a bit of money. One of the things that does catch your eye, however, is there is a note, um, which is either from someone anonymous, or it's coded in. You can't quite tell without like taking time to analyze it better. But he definitely got some inside details on the different areas that the family was looking into. Um and one of which uh is described in the same way the mining area of the papers in the office you were reading were, but in this letter it kind of painted them in a bad light. That they shouldn't focus on that area but this other one, and you should really consider trying to actually convince the family to change their minds. Um,
I'm gonna snag that letter too.
but yeah, other than that, nothing. Nothing too much as far as no real like money anywhere. Drawers just have like clothes in them, or again gambling chips around the place that like could just be ones that they use when hosting games. Might be ones from
From the Gamblers Hall.
the gambler sanctuary, but
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna snag that paper, and then I'm going to make my way out. And if nobody's in the front of the house, I'm just gonna open the front door and leave.
yep, you are able to sneak your way out.
Nice. Got some jewelry. Got a diary. Got mining paperwork. Okay. And then head back home. I'm not dropping invisibility until I get away from there.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't suggest it any other way. Yeah, you make it back home, and I assume wait for Aegis to return from chores.
Yeah, rest a little.
Rest a little. Try on jewelry, maybe.
Read through the diary.
Read through the diary. I'm gonna have to come up with what the heck you learned from that. I'll send that through you before next session. as well as probably have you roll exactly what gems are set in this jewelry.
Yeah.
But because it is so close to our usual end time, I will say I don't think we should jump into the meeting with Lord Varzand in the Thieves Guild until next session. But next session, Sim will be back, so he could join in the meeting as well.
Yeah. Nice. Good timing.
Good timing. Good stuff.
What are you planning?
I mean, I just needed a way in.
Say just needed a way in, but now Aegis might get roughed up a little bit.
If
Oh,
they find out who you are, that is.
well, Aegis doesn't use a alter ego that he knows about.
I didn't use any alter ego.
Exactly. So if he meets them and introduces himself as Aegis, Aegis.
Or if
I
they
mean,
ask
how many?
around town what Aegis looks like or who he is.
Let's hope that well, for one, it's gonna cause so much trouble. We'll see what happens.
Rolls to figure out how long it takes them to figure out who this Aegis person is. Well, with that, I'm going to end the stream. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Goodbye, chatterinis.
Bye, chat.